Welcome back to the program. Today is International Day of Persons with Disabilities, a day set aside by the United Nations to promote a better understanding of disability issues with a focus on the rights of persons with disabilities and gains to be derived from the integration of persons with disabilities in every aspect of the political, social, economic and cultural life of their communities. The theme for this 2019 IDPD is promoting the participation of persons with disabilities and their leadership, taking action on the 2030 Development Agenda. The theme focuses on the empowerment of persons with disabilities for inclusive, equitable and sustainable development as emphasized in the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which pledges to leave no one behind and recognizes disability as a cross-cutting issue to be considered in the implementation of its 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Tunisians, mostly women, have taken to the streets with brooms in hand to sweep away violence against women in the country. Activists in the capital, Tunis, marched to condemn the abuse against women wearing black in protest. Take a look.
Raising brooms and banging on cooking pans. Hundreds of Tunisian activists hope their voices can be loud enough to end violence against women in the North African country.
It is a movement to express extreme discontent as we condemn the rise of violence against women and against the lack of political will to fight it. We want to express our support and solidarity with all the victims who continue to lose their lives with a deafening silence on the part of a public authority and the lack of judicial solutions that can put an end to the impunity of the aggressors.
The North African Muslim country grants women more rights than other countries in the region, and since last year has allowed Muslim women to marry non-Muslim men. But a proposal by the country's late president, Beji Caid Essebsi, last year to give women equal inheritance rights was met by opposition from conservatives who object to any challenge to Islamic law. In 2017, the country passed a law to combat violence against women, but activists say more should be done to implement the laws.
Our demands are the demands of all women against violence directed at girls and women and all types of women. We're also here to protest against violence, which has led to the impoverishment of our women, as well as violence against women in agriculture. We also hope the government would allocate budgets to execute these progressive laws, because without funding, these laws cannot come into effect.
The march, which saw the participation of some male supporters, comes as part of a series of global events held between November 25th to December 10th to raise awareness on the issue.
Banners held by Moroccan soccer fans at stadiums, usually raised in patterns and known as tifos, give the country's local championship a special taste. However, some observers say tifos also send a strong political message that often leads to tension with security.
With thundering voices, jumps and colorful banners known as tifos, members of Moroccan ultras groups are given local championships a festive atmosphere. Mohammed V Stadium in Casablanca hosted a heated derby between the country's soccer giants Wydad AC and Raja AC as part of Arab Club Champions Cup, and an equally heated competition between the two teams' ultras groups, namely Winners and Green Boys. In coordinated moves and patterns, the fans raised the tifos to send messages in support of their teams and to intimidate rival groups as well. But observers say messages that the tifos deliver go beyond sports rivalry.
For
me, I see tifos as messages sent by the ultras group. They are critical messages Sometimes they're against their soccer opponents, sometimes against the teams they support when they are unhappy with their performance, and sometimes they send political messages, ones that are much stronger than messages sent by political parties and civil and rights organizations.
While the fan group insists their tifos aim to mock their rivals and contain no political messages, media groups and observers say the banners carry hidden messages to the country's political leadership. Security forces often coordinate with leaders of the ultras groups in order to agree on the messages raised in the tifos. But police forces decided to ban tifos entirely during upcoming games following the controversy. In protest, members of Raja's Green Boys said that they will attend the upcoming game wearing black.
As we end the program today, people in Côte d'Ivoire are ditching the old-fashioned yellow emojis and downloading Zuzukwa, an African version that truly resonates with today's vibrant youth. Designed by Ivorian student Opleru Grebe, the emoji is based on African expressions, transport vehicles, typical dishes, and traditional masks and clothes are a huge success with 130,000 downloads in just a few months. Take a look.
22-year-old Opleru Grebe is a graphic design student from Côte d'Ivoire and creator of Zuzukwa emojis reflecting African culture, social expression, food and tradition. He began creating the emojis in 2017 and sought inspiration from the streets of the capital Abidjan, everyday life and his friends. Student and blogger Marie Eliane says she loves the fact that she can find similar expressions which don't exist in the original little yellow emojis that are universally available on smartphones. Eliane says that it is time they had emojis that were relevant to their culture.
It's obvious to me that we need these emojis. They are emojis in which we recognize ourselves, that translate our day-to-day, our reality, and obviously are elements that help us identify each other as Africans.
Food features prominently in Opleru's emojis, including the national Ivorian dish garba, made of manioc semolina, grilled tuna and hot chili peppers. He designed the garba emojis sitting in his favorite street kitchen, Garba Choco. Opleru said he got the idea whilst working on another project with Ivorian masks.
The idea didn't come to me straight away. At the beginning, I was looking at ways of promoting Ivorian masks, incorporating them into my work and during my holidays, from first to second year. I thought about creating emojis to achieve that.
The young designer said it takes him 4 hours to design one emoji. 376 emojis are now available on his app and download is free. Today, the emojis have been downloaded 100,000 times on Play Store and more than 30,000 times on the Apple Store, with all the designs available on his Instagram page, where it proudly states that Zuzukwa, which means image in Bete language, was nominated for the African Talent Awards Best App category.
A wonderful African invention. Well, that's it on the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Layo Adegoke. Bye for now.